Hello everyone and welcome. GameOverJesse here, and today we have some interesting news. Rumors of a remake for Link's Awakening in the style of A Link Between Worlds are once again making their way around, this time as Link's Reawakening, as opposed to the last rumored title, A Link Between Islands. Keep in mind, Aonuma has confirmed that they have been working on a new 2D Zelda game since the release of Triforce Heroes in 2015. That's almost 4 entire years that this game has been in development. Traditionally, a new 2D Zelda game for the DS or 3DS would only take about 2 to 3 years for development. The fact that this game is going on 4 years in development makes me believe that Nintendo is doing something truly special with it. This is a longer amount of time than the entirety of the Wind Waker development cycle. So again, Nintendo must have something really special planned for this game. Whether it is this rumored remake or reimagining of Link's Awakening, we don't know. But again, we do know they are nearing completion of this new unannounced 2D Zelda game. We just don't know exactly what it is, other than Aonuma confirming that yes, it is in development. However, we do have some details from Aonuma and Nintendo that hint at what we should expect for the next new 2D Zelda game. During an interview with Game Informer, Aonuma said he wanted to evolve what a 2D Zelda game is. What does that mean? We can't necessarily be sure. 2D Zelda games have already evolved a lot from how they used to be. In fact, they aren't even 2D anymore. If we take a look at A Link Between Worlds, it doesn't use 2D sprites and pixel art like most 2D games. It uses fully 3D character models and 3D environments. It's the top-down camera angle that we are used to seeing in 2D games that give us this 2.5D illusion. Another way 2D Zelda games have evolved has been through online multiplayer. Beginning with Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures, we were given the first multiplayer 2D Zelda games. Since then, Triforce Heroes has evolved this multiplayer concept even further with online multiplayer. We know Aonuma has a strong interest in online multiplayer Zelda games. During an interview with Game Informer, when asked about the next big Zelda game that would be the follow-up for Breath of the Wild, Aonuma said that he wanted to take the multiplayer aspects of Triforce Heroes and apply them to the Breath of the Wild engine. Essentially, he wants to make an online multiplayer version of Breath of the Wild. But the multiplayer aspects of Breath of the Wild go back even further. Zelda Wii U, as it was originally known, was going to have multiplayer in some capacity, as stated by Aonuma during a Nintendo Direct, which announced Zelda Wii U and Wind Waker HD. One of the main concepts for Zelda Wii U was that he didn't want you to think of it as a single-player experience. Now that we know what Nintendo's teams are working on, what about their third-party teams, such as Tantalus, who created Twilight Princess HD, and Grezzo, who has worked on 4 or 5 different Zelda games for the 3DS. Starting with Tantalus, they have confirmed that they are working on new unannounced remakes or remasters of Nintendo games. However, they haven't mentioned what HD remakes these would be. Aonuma's hinted towards Skyward Sword HD, but we have no real confirmation that it is actually in development. With Grezzo, they have multiple teams that work on different games. Most recently, they released Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS. With their experience on the Zelda series, they would be the perfect choice to work on this remake or reimagining of Link's Awakening, since they have already worked on remakes for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Oddly enough, in the Zelda Encyclopedia, Nintendo updated their official timeline so that Link's Awakening and A Link to the Past were no longer connected to the Oracle games, whereas before it was the same Link in all 4 games. Now, the Oracle games have their own new Link. Could Nintendo have made this change for Link's Awakening in the Zelda Encyclopedia to have more freedom with this new Zelda game, so that it wouldn't be tied down by events in the Oracle games, and they would have a lot more freedom with the story during development? This change to Zelda Encyclopedia was made while this new game was in development, but they may not actually be connected, possibly just an odd coincidence. Would you like to see a new 2D Zelda game, or this A Link Between Worlds style reimagining for Link's Awakening? Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, and let me know which title you prefer. The Legend of Zelda Link's Reawakening, or The Legend of Zelda A Link Between Islands.
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like, and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.